young people are one of Appalachia's biggest assets and one of our greatest resources. There needs to be more opportunities for youth to be able to find meaningful work and come back. And some of that's related to skills building as well, and kind of workforce development, and making sure there's the right leadership pipelines so that people are getting connected to jobs in the region. You know, we live in a culture that really values wealth and an economy that has worked out really well for a very small amount of people and hasn't worked so well for the vast majority of people. And I think that we have a moment when we think about what we want our communities to look like and what we want our economy to look like, to change some of those things. We can redefine what our local communities are, what they look like. And I think that we're in a moment to think about and kind of do some soul searching around what constitutes a good life. We are unique in one way because we're a region. We're not housed in one state or one city. You know, this is a vast region. And also we're very rural. And I think that that makes for very specific challenges. And people trying out new ideas, but that's really hard. You know, that takes on a lot of risk, and I think it's really challenging right now. But I am, optimistic because I see a lot of new startups and things happening. We need to start with listening to young people and listening to what they tell us that they need, right? What they're looking for, what kind of opportunities, and then we need to work on creating those pathways and those opportunities, creating opportunities for them to have meaningful leadership in communities so that they have the ability to stay in the region, to find meaningful work here, to find opportunity here, or if they want to leave for a while, they always have the opportunity to come back.
One thing that's really important is to give young people in a region like this one, or like in a inner city, or any place where people don't have a lot of resources, opportunities to get out and experience other places so that they can begin to measure themselves against other people, so that they're not just getting that message that the rest of the world is where it's at, and if you got anything on the ball, you'll try and be like them. Like, I hate that way of thinking about who young people here are. Young people here have money in their pocket, but they're being told that it's garbage. You know what I mean? That they've got something valuable, but they're not told it's of value. You know, they're not always told that some of these survival skills they have, or their ability to make a good time out of very little. These are assets. In some ways, young people who are extremely mature. And then in other ways, they haven't had that guidance, or they haven't had somebody there every day for them. And so they just didn't learn some things. I think we need to recognize the power of young people to do things, especially when they work together. And I think we do recognize it, but we're scared of it as adults. That's the chain we put on ourselves, isn't it? That we can't do nothing, that we can't. There's no way we could ever make a movie. There's no way we could ever have an Appalshop. There's no way we could put on a play. There's no way we could get a grant like that. There's no point in arguing about it. Just get out there and do it, and then there won't be no argument. One of the things I love about a lot of people here is that they know who they are, right? It's like, I know who I am, I know who my people are, I know where I'm from, I know what place I'm from, and they don't understand how many people in the world are just confused about that. And I think that, this is where it kind of gets into the how do you feel about where you come from. It's like, it doesn't matter what kind of Appalachian you are, but that sense that you know where you're from and you know who you are is a great gift. And you can that's like a platform, it's like a trampoline. That allows you to jump as high as you want to jump, right? It's like a platform that you can build your dream on. It's something solid, or it's something that lets you fly. And that anyone would let a young person from here think that was a deficit is a shame.
The stereotype of being from Eastern Kentucky, unfortunately, that's a thing. And yes, every young person, past and present and future, will have to deal with that stereotype. But I think that things are improving along the lines of how people view us from Appalachia and Eastern Kentucky. And I think our young people are the ones that are changing that. They're doing so many great things. When I was in high school, all I really knew is that we had art class. Art was just someone drawing, someone painting. As an adult now, I realize that art is many, many, many different things. It's just such a wide spectrum of different talents, and there's so many things that make up art, and I definitely think that the younger crowd now, they're just taught that. We definitely need to work on our leadership skills for our young people, to show them to take initiative, to be brave and do whatever their heart's desire is. And it's a tough area to come from. There's a lot of poverty and a lot of things that we as Eastern Kentuckians have to overcome. Our youth just needs to embrace their talents, their creativity.
There was a time when I felt like I can't do anything here. I can't do it. I can do nothing in this place. I kind of kept my aspirations to myself growing up, but I guess I always dreamed of being able to change the world. If a teacher asked me, I wouldn't dare say anything seriously because I felt like I wasn't taken serious by a lot of teachers, and I remember telling a teacher one time I wanted to be the manager of an Arby's. But they were like, that's a very achievable goal, everyone. You see, like Thomas knows what he wants to do. I'm feeling more like I have the ability to have a positive impact on my community, whereas at one point in time I thought that I couldn't have a positive impact on my community because the powers that be wouldn't want to listen to me. I don't think that the youth here is lacking creatively of their own. They're not lacking individual creative ability, but believing that they should lead others seems maybe like kind of an arrogant thing to do. The young people around here aren't making good leaders because there's nobody leading them much in a way worth leading anybody else. There are not many incentives or many calls to directions that I would see as being positive destinations. I want this place to be a conduit for the energy that is kind of bursting at the seams with people who are working around here. You will hear about this building in the future, and you will come here and there will be magical things happening and lives will be changed, mine included. But I'm going to promise to try my best. Barring any fatal tragedy or global cataclysm, I'm going to do it. It's going to be awesome.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. And how can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, maybe I'd give you my word. How can I when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me